Welcome to Illuminating Catholics, podcast of the Diocese of Sioux City. I'm Dawn Prosser, Director of Communications for the Diocese. Together with Carmen Bauer of the Faith Formation Office, we will shed light upon topics of faith in the modern church. Our guests include Catholic clergy, religious sisters, and other experts in their fields to help us understand what's happening in the church today. We will explore issues, even the tough ones, and to find answers to common questions about Catholicism. Thank you for joining us for today's Illuminating Catholics, shedding light to understand the modern church.
Welcome back to the Illuminating Catholics podcast. I am Carmen Bauer, the Director of Faith Formation for the Diocese of Sioux City.
And I am Dawn Prosser, Director of Communications for the Diocese.
Thank you for joining us for another episode to learn more about the church in Northwest Iowa. We have a first-time guest today, one of our new coworkers, Heidi Probasco. She is the Director of Stewardship and Development for the Diocese. She has exciting news for us about a returning event with new features, and we can't wait to hear about it. So welcome to the podcast, Heidi.
Thank you.
Glad to have you here. I know you've been here a few months, and we know you. We've gotten to know you, but you're kind of new to the staff at the diocese, so not everyone has met you yet. So maybe if you want to share a little bit about your background.
Sure. So I am married to my high school sweetheart, Nate Probasco, and I have 4 wonderful kids that keep me very busy in school activities, 2 girls, 2 boys. My background is I came from an insurance business, but I just needed a change of pace and wanted to get back into my faith. So I felt like this was a good role to give back to the church, and I love it so far.
And you came to us in August?
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep, August.
Yes, with your wonderful co-workers, the lovely and talented Lexa Hawkins and Michelle Steinbach. Saying that right.
Yes.
Well, it's so fun to have you in that position. As Director of Stewardship and Development, can you just share a little bit about the areas that you cover?
Yeah, of course. We share a wide variety of different fundraiser opportunities. We cover the annual appeal that you would know as the Together as One. We also host events for the Bishop's Circle around the diocese. We help with the Monsignor Lafferty Tuition Foundation, which provides scholarships for Catholic schools. And we also fundraise for the Catholic School Foundation.
These are all wonderful, just a variety of ways that people can really support the church. And
we wear many hats.
You're very busy.
Yes.
Yes. So can you share a little bit about your staff and how they assist you?
Yes, like you mentioned, Lexa Hawkins. She manages the donor relations, and Michelle Steinbach, which assists us both, and then she helps also with vocations.
Yes, it's a dream team of people. Really.
They're amazing, yes.
A lot of experience there. So one of your other duties is a popular event and a fundraiser that you whispered in our ear a little while ago that is coming back to the diocese. So this is the big moment for you to share the news with us and the details.
Yes, we are very excited to announce the return of the annual Bishop's Dinner. It's going to take place on October 11th, 2026 at the Marriott Riverfront Convention Center in South Sioux, Nebraska. Our keynote speaker is the other exciting news. It's going to be our very own Bishop John Keener.
Excellent.
That's so exciting to hear.
Yes.
He will do a wonderful job. And so people who may not have, because this has a 25-year history, something like that. So how will the Bishop's Dinner for Catholic schools, how's that going to look a little different than maybe those of us who've been to the previous ones? How's that going to look different than the past?
So we're excited to share that we're going to change it up a little bit for the Bishop's Dinner. Moving forward, we're going to host it in the even years, so every other year, starting this year. We'll also be rotating the location around the diocese instead of just holding it in the Sioux City. I feel like this gives more people across the diocese the opportunity to attend, helps build wider involvement, and allows us to engage even more schools and students along the way. So we're really excited about this new approach and hope everyone will also be.
I think that's great when you think of we're just like at that very western edge of the diocese, and then you've got people coming from Algona or way down south from Boone. It's a haul. It's a haul on a Sunday night. So I'm excited to hear how people are going to respond to that when you start moving it around. And it's like, it's kind of in my backyard.
Yes, we're excited to host it in the different regions of the diocese, not just the southwest region. So
yeah, I think people will be very excited about that. Have you already shared that information out with the schools and development directors? Or?
We have not. Okay. No, this is going to be a press release during Catholic Schools Week. So I'm excited to get that opportunity to tell them all.
Okay. And when this comes out, we'll be in Catholic Schools Week. So yes. If you hadn't seen the press release yet, you're listening to the podcast, you're getting the information. So again, maybe some people aren't aware. So how will the funds be raised for the dinner? Because you did mention it's a major fundraiser for the diocese.
Yeah, so we'll have ticket sales as well as sponsorships to help fund the dinner. Different sponsorships throughout the diocese.
Okay, so and you'll be contacting people in the months prior to that.
Yes, so we'll be beginning. We're way at the beginning planning stages, but we will begin talking to sponsors probably late spring, and then the ticket sales will begin the end of July or August.
And I assume they can also contact their local schools, your development
Correct.
directors for
Yep.
anything like that, and they will be duly informed.
Yes. Yes, we will have online presence. We will have through the schools, development directors. So there will be plenty of opportunities.
So if you don't feel like calling the diocese, you can call your local Catholic school, and either the principal or development director there will be happy to help you.
Yes.
So obviously we're raising funds through ticket sales and sponsorships. And what are the funds going to be earmarked for?
So 100% of the funds raised will go directly to the Catholic Schools Foundation to help support the school enhancement grants that benefit all Catholic schools within our diocese. These grants help fund things like continuing education, development, marketing efforts, mental health, technology, administrator and staff development, and even an annual scholarship to Briarcliff University.
Nice.
But these are just a few of the many ways that these grants support and strengthen our schools.
And if I'm not mistaken, each school can apply for these funds.
Yes.
And
Yep. During our budget period this year, they will set out the grants and how much is going to go towards each area. And then we'll publicize that to the schools. And then, yes, there's different grants that will pertain to each school. And, they can apply for them throughout the year.
And they can decide. So if I'm with St. Edmund in Fort Dodge or Danbury Catholic, I can write a grant for what that particular school
It will benefit every
needs.
school in any way. So, yes.
And individual needs for each location,
Yep.
which is not a surprise. And I think you already said that early fall ticket sales would start for people to attend.
Early fall, and then late spring we'll start with the sponsorships.
Okay. So if I'm going that evening, what can we expect? Is there a cocktail hour? You said Bishop's going to speak. What other details?
We're trying to brainstorm some different ways to bring in different activities and different students within the Bishop's Dinner so that we involve all of the schools, not just Sioux City area. So yes, there will be a cocktail hour and then some other things along the way. And then, we'll have the keynote speaker. And then we'll also recognize the teachers that have been
for the education
awards and the volunteer awards. So,
I was just going to ask if you're going to continue with that.
Yep.
And I think that process would start early spring when they start asking for nominations.
Yep. I'm in contact with Patty on that. So
Okay, great. So we'll have Excellence in Education Award winners, Good Shepherd for people who aren't teachers. So it really is a nice way to honor some of these unsung heroes that really work so hard in our Catholic schools.
Yes.
Well, in the event overall, there's just such a legacy of Catholic education in the Diocese of Sioux City. So it's so exciting to see this event come back, to really highlight, as a parent of Catholic school children, it's so humbling to think the amount of people who invest. They might not have children anymore in the Catholic schools, but they're still so generous in their time, talent, and treasure with our Catholic schools. And I think we're all just so indebted to the generosity of the people in our diocese for this.
Yes.
And I remember back in the day when it was first announced to us, I think Jim Wharton was in charge. It's like, hey, this is a way to celebrate our Catholic schools. We have 15 Catholic school systems throughout our 24 counties. And what a wonderful way to celebrate that we have that. I know even when Bishop Nicholas first came, he was just amazed at all the Catholic schools that we had in our diocese and was impressed. So we need to pat ourselves on the back, like Carmen said, a history of people supporting those schools.
Yeah, it's a great way to support it. It'll be every other year because they hold the ministries conference as well every other year. So this was a way to kind of honor them on the off years that they don't do the ministries conference.
That's a great plan in coordination with what's happening
Yes.
in the Catholic Schools Office.
Yep. All of our departments work together closely. As you can tell, looking around this table, we got communications, faith formation, development, and stewardship all in one spot. So yes, we all work together.
Yes.
Is there anything else you want to add, or just encouragement for people to
Just basically want
participate?
everybody to know that the Bishop Center for the Catholic Schools is more than a fundraiser. It's a celebration of faith, community, and Catholic education. So this year's theme, Rooted in Faith, Forming Saints and Scholars, reminds us that every gift helps our schools thrive across the Diocese of Sioux City, forming students in knowledge, virtue, and faith, and preparing them to lead and serve with faith-filled hearts. So we're very grateful for this opportunity to announce this big news, and we look forward to seeing everybody there.
What a wonderful theme. That's excellent. Well, thank you so much, Heidi, our director of the Office of Stewardship and Development, just for being with us today, for sharing the announcement about the return of the Bishop's Dinner for Catholic Schools. We're already excited for this dinner, to come back in October already, and just for the opportunity that provides for everybody who would like to support the Catholic schools and hear from Bishop Keener. So best of luck with the planning.
Thank you. Appreciate
all
it.
those details.
Yes,
It's going to go great.
It's a lot of details, but we will get there, and I'm super excited for it. So.
And thank you all for listening to today's Illuminating Catholics and learning more about the return of the Bishop's Dinner. New episodes drop each Tuesday wherever you get your podcasts, the Diocese of Sioux City YouTube channel, or at lumenmedia.org.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Illuminating Catholics, shedding light to understand the modern church. Follow us for more episodes on topics of the Catholic faith. For more diocesan news, visit lumenmedia.org.